Hey my beautiful Leos, welcome to your reading for May. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. I am so excited to be dropping in with you beautiful lions and lionesses, you beautiful Leos. Let's see what May has in store for you. Just so you all know, we are in an eclipse season. We had our first partial solar eclipse on the 30th. We have a full lunar eclipse on the 15th, and we will be in the eclipse window and in eclipse energy until the end of the month, 2 weeks after the 15th. So let's see what May has in store for my beautiful Leos. Eclipses, the reason I bring this up is eclipses really bring about a lot of changes, swift transitions, swift changes. So whatever's happening in your life, just kind of allow it to move and do what it needs to do. Don't push or pull too hard. But yeah, what you have to look forward to, we got the Empress card here and the lessons that my Leos are learning this month, please, Spirit. Thank you. We got the Ace of Swords reversed. And then what is the spiritual guidance for my Leos this month, please, Spirit? Spiritual guidance. All right. What does Spirit want to tell you, to guide you? Thank you, Spirit. Perspective reversed. So big perspective shift is coming. And what is the overall energy? Thank you. We got the Nine of Wands and the Page of Swords, both upright. So I'm going to pull a clarifier for you all here. I shuffled off camera, but I'm going to shuffle these one more time. So what clarifier can I get for this Empress, please, Spirit? What clarifier do you have for this Empress card? For what my beautiful Leos have in store for them. Thank you. We got the Queen of Swords upright. All right. Can I get a clarifier? Oops. Thank you, Spirit. We got Seven of Swords and Five of Wands as clarifiers for this Ace of Swords in the lesson that you're learning. Clarifier for this perspective card, please, Spirit. Ooh, okay. We got a lot on this one. So we got the Queen of Pentacles upright, the Sun upright, the Two of Hearts upright, the Five of Swords upright, the Wheel of Fortune upright, and the King of Swords all upright. Okay. And the overall energy clarifier, please. Thank you, Spirit. You guys got kind of a lot for this too. The Hermit upright, Judgment reversed, the World reversed, and Princess of Wands reversed. So let's go ahead and get into your reading now, my beautiful Leos. So with this Empress card, the energy that you guys are going to be navigating this month, I feel like when we are in an eclipse season, because the sun or the moon is eclipsing the sunlight, right, coming in. So you can see the sunlight coming in right here. When it eclipses it, it kind of blocks the sun, the light coming to us here on Earth. And so when we think about our connection to the moon or to the sun and how we're deeply, like the moon pulls the tides and we're 70% water, and then the sun is literally what creates all of life and gives us our life force here on Earth, right? That solar energy and light codes. And so when we're in an eclipse season and that light gets cut off, or we get cut off from the moon, right? Or the Earth casts a shadow between the light of the sun and the moon, and it creates that blood moon, that red. Well, what happens is we get a little bit more cut off from our higher selves, from our spiritual guidance, from our guides and angels. And so with this Empress card here, it's like almost this necessity or need to turn inward this month and really listen to your body, listen to the inner stirrings within your being, right? So listening to your instinct and intuition, listening to your gut, listening to what is coming through in your conscious and subconscious mind, what's coming through in your dream states, acknowledging that you may feel a little bit cut off from your higher self and your external guidance through your guides and angels. So that way we have to come inward and connect even too with the earth, with all the things around us, going out and grounding and getting connected with, you know, all that is, with the plants and the animals, the fauna and the flora, and really listening to what's coming through there. So you may be getting more animal spirits coming in, you may getting more songs just coming into your consciousness, you may be feeling the need and the pull to really be outside more often now that it's getting warmer out too, and that's going to help you really invigorate and reconnect back to that instinctual knowing, back to all that is, if you're feeling a little bit more cut off here. And so yeah, with the Queen of Swords, this is all that queen of ideas, of thoughts, of insights. You know, you're going to be getting a lot more, but it may not come in the ways that you are used to it coming through for you. It may not come from that outer kind of ethereal realm that we are used to tapping into, but this is more of an embodied thing about being here on earth, about reconnecting to the earth, about reconnecting to your body and becoming more embodied and feeling your way through things, as opposed to getting that external guidance outside of yourself. Okay. And what you guys, the lesson that you're going to be learning is this new ideas and new ways of doing things, a new perspective. I think those of you that I'm getting that are watching this as Leos, like, you may be very, very sensitive to, or already very attuned to your higher self, to your guides, to your angels, to even energies around you, right? But this is this need to come inward and this need to reconnect, like, and almost ground down into the earth more so than pulling from anything outside of yourself, is like really what I'm getting here. And so with this, we have the 5 of Wands, which is like competition, right? There's no competition, it's all collaboration. But there's something in this new idea, new insight, and new way of pulling things that it's like, it's not coming from anything outside of yourself. Like, that's what I'm getting so clearly. And so when we think about the 7 of Swords, this is something that's hidden from us, right? This is like, it's almost as if you're going to be tapping into more of your senses, more of your hypersensitivity when it comes to maybe even like telepathy, just like your superpowers. Your feeling superpower needs to be turned way up this month, and that's actually what is going to be happening for you. What's really clear in this, you know, what the spiritual guidance was with this perspective shift, it's almost as if, and I talk about this in my excuse me, I need to take a drink of water, in my cosmic newsletter this month, but we have shifted out of the old paradigm and we're shifting into the new paradigm. And where we were in 3D and kind of toggling back and forth, there's been this great divide that's happened, and more of us are moving towards this 5D reality, towards this new paradigm. And those that are living in fear or like fighting it are staying in this lower dimensional 3D reality paradigm that we've been in before. But we can't take from here what doesn't belong over here in the 5D, right? So there's this shift happening, this split that's happening almost within each of us, this like huge ego death of the way that we used to do things and the way that we used to show up for ourselves and the way that we used to show up in our reality with other people. There's this necessity and need to only be in truth. Anything that was hidden is now coming to light, is now being revealed to you around your own, I don't even want to say like ideology, but your own like senses, your own sensory like toggles or attachments. I'm seeing like almost like you know, with starfish or octopi, how they have the little like suction cups. It's like these like sensory things that are going to start to like click on and like suction to the things that are really meant for you, that are really in sync with you. And it's all sensory. It's very much like almost like tactile. Like you have to feel it within to understand it almost. And so with this perspective shift that's happening, this one is the one where you guys got a lot. You all are becoming the king of your thoughts. You're learning how to have control over your thoughts and not let them ultimately lead you or spin you out anymore. You like anxiety doesn't get the best of you anymore, or won't get the best of you anymore if you're more of an anxious person. Things like you're just seeing things in a totally different way, and as you learn how to feel your way through these things and become more I don't even want to say intuitive, because it's not intuition, it's like it's sensory. It really is coming down to this like almost like tactile, what you feel within, turning on your cellular DNA and your cells to be really hypersensitive to feeling things, to getting the sensations through your body. You may be having more headaches, more ear ringing, more like sore throat, weird throat stuff happening as you get more into the truth of who you are in your voice, right? And clearing that throat chakra. So through this perspective shift, you're going to become the king of your mind, right? The ruler of your domain, like of your person. The mind isn't going to rule anymore. You're going to have control over that. Then you're also getting this Wheel of Fortune, where the Wheel of Fortune is smiling in your favor. Like all things that you have been working towards are shifting for you into the right direction as you make this perspective shift. Not only that, but there could be some new love on the horizon, new relationships coming in, new partnerships, and this can also be a new sense of self-love with yourself. But then we have the Five of Swords here, which is really interesting, and it's like, I think what you're going to be learning and the spiritual guidance through this month is learning how to work with conflict in a very balanced way, right? When we feel things in our body and we understand what we're feeling and we can express our feelings and we can share that with the other person that we're in conflict with, it's like we become the ruler of the energy within us and can, manipulate might not be the right word, but like we have, what is the word you want me to use here, Spirit? They're saying like control or context. Like we don't have control over another person, but we can control a situation a bit more when we have context on what it is that we're feeling, what it is that we're sensing, what it is that we're seeing, and like giving a voice to that that's happening within ourselves. And through the conflict, as we share that with the other person, they begin to understand and begin to within themselves, as you share all these details, they can censor and they become there's like so much happening here. They become sensitive to the things that you're saying, right? And with that, it's almost as if you can control the way that this kind of just the navigation of this misunderstanding or this conflict. You get to steer the ship of which way it's going, which is in a more conscious direction as opposed to a reactive direction and like flying off the wheels, right? Or flying off the rails here because both of you are reacting. So it's really about that. So it's not about manipulation, it's not about control, but it's really about you understanding how to communicate this, to process what's happening within you, your feelings, your senses, and then being able to bring that up into conflict so that way you become almost like the master of the domain in the sense of steering the ship to be more in a conscious direction as opposed to a subconscious or reactive direction, okay? And then with that, not only are you bringing so much light and balance and levity and just an overall sense of well-being into your physical reality through all of this, but the sun is shining upon you and you are literally going to feel lit up from the inside out. You are literally going to feel like like, oh, I finally get it. I finally understand not how to manipulate energy, but how to be the master of my energy and the energy that I'm outputting and the way the energy comes into my physical reality, and how I can choose to either react or sit with it and feel it and then communicate that outward, right? It's like you're becoming this master alchemist in your life. Like that is the real kind of meat of this, is you're becoming, like when we think about alchemy, you're turning lead or raw elements into gold, and you're literally taking all this stuff around you, your thoughts included, about the way that you used to think about things or work things, and it's like you bring it all into your body. It's like alchemizing within your body, so you distill the lessons or the jewels of what you need out of it, right? And you can release all the crap through the emotional release and grounding, and then through there utilizing your communication and your skills and like what this means to become the alchemist and bring in all of these elements together to create gold, in order to bring that to your tribe and the collective, and what you're outputting and then what you're letting come back in, inputting into your reality. Okay, well, this is beautiful, Leo. This is amazing. And Leos, you know, you're fiery, you know, like a lot of times we like Leos are bold, they are loud, they're boisterous, you know, they have a lot to share. But at the same time, this is you alchemizing that huge fiery energy into something that is so potent and more direct and more succinct and more aligned and less like crazy all over the place. It's more confined, and what I'm getting is almost like this refinement happening from within. This is, like I said, it's like tactile. It's like your cells taking in this information, and then everything becomes more refined as it comes outward. And you are literally becoming master alchemists, Leo. I love that. I love that for you. And then, so what is the overall energy? Yeah, you're weaving a different web. You're creating this like dream weaver here, and you are literally creating a new reality as your cellular DNA, and as you feel through these things, as these things start to refine within you and you share that out into the world, you're literally on this leg of this new timeline, creating that 5D reality, right? You're a master manifestor now, a master alchemist, and you're really helping everybody in your tribe and in your collective learn how to anchor in that new paradigm, that new energy. And then with this, it's like the whole world is opening up to you. The whole world is being given to you, and the path is laid out before you. It's just a matter of you really committing to it and saying yes. And through the whole moon cycle this month, I feel like there's going to be a lot. I'm seeing, like, you see this black moon behind her, and then you see the moon cycle going around. It's almost as if it's like black, white, black, white, black, white. Like I'm getting this like sense where it's like your guys are going to be doing so many rotations around the sun yourself that it's going to be like, oh, I feel like I'm in this dark place. I need to go inward. Okay, I'm refining. Okay, now I can shine my light and come outward, and I can share that. Okay, I need to go inward again. Like something's coming up. Like I'm going to feel that. I'm going to process it. I'm going to distill it. I'm going to, you know, take whatever I need from it, and then I'm going to let go of the rest. Okay, my light's coming back. Okay, I can share that with the world in my refinement. And it's like, I feel like you guys are going to be doing, there's one moon cycle, right, that started on the 30th. We had the new moon. We have the full moon on the 15th. And then we have at the end of the month, maybe around, I can't remember off the top of my head. I guess I could look at my watch, but I don't want to do that right now. At the end of the month, we have the full moon. And so with that, it's like there's one moon cycle from new moon to new moon. But I feel like you guys, you Leos, are going to, with what is going on this month with the eclipse season, it's almost as if you guys, I'm almost seeing like a dozen moon cycles. It's like you guys are literally going to be like, okay, I need to go inward. Okay, I can shine my light again. And everything's going to be happening almost like hyper speed in your life, where it's like, oh shit, like something is intense. Like I need to go inward. I need to process this. I need to feel it. I need to embody it. I need to ground. You know, you feel it, you get through all of that, and then you shine your light outward and you share what you went through or what you experienced and what you're learning. You're sharing your truth, right? And then so from that, it's like, what I'm saying hyperspeed is, it's like these things are just going to be happening really quick, where normally it would happen a little slower, it would take time, like, but it's like all these things are going to be like like piled on top of each other. And as soon as you shine your light and you share that gift or that distilled information, that gold that you discovered out of that alchemy, right, that alchemical cycle, it's like boom, you're going to go through another one. And they're like, it's just going to be this rapid succession almost of experience, distilling the lesson, sharing the gold with that alchemy, and then another lesson, boom, 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 boom. And it's just gonna like ladder up. And it's almost as if like I'm seeing Leo, like I'm seeing you guys go through this like massive up leveling throughout the month, but it's all gonna like be like baby steps, boom, 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 but they're literally going to get you from point A here to point, you know, F here, right? And then like, but it's this like literally you're gonna be up leveling every single time this happens, and it's just gonna be in rapid succession. So just be ready for this. This is gonna be like a ride of a lifetime, but by the end of it, you are gonna feel so much more refined in who you are, so much more refined in what your message is and what you're sharing with the world and what your service is and even what your purpose is in the world. Like I literally think this month of May is catalyzing you to be on track with your purpose. Okay, and what else we got here? We had the Princess of Wands reversed, the World reversed, Judgment reversed, and then the Hermit upright. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot of Hermit moments throughout this month. But what I'm getting is the Hermit moments are gonna come based on these new ideas and inspiration, right? You're gonna get new ideas. You're gonna have to take that in alchemize it. Sorry, I couldn't figure out the not translation, but the whatever, you know what I mean, like how to transfer that word to work there. You're going to learn how to alchemize those new ideas and inspiration, that new action, right? And then you're going to come out again out of that hermit mode. And then something's going to happen in the world and it's going to like spin you back into that hermit mode, right? And then you're going to alchemize and pull whatever you need to from there, come out of that hermit mode, share that with the world. And then something judgment wise, like this could be a balancing of the scales. This could be some sort of judicial system thing, like if you have a court date or you're going through a divorce or you're going through a marriage, like something that has to do with the courts, with the judgment system, judicial system, something like that may come up as well. That's going to, again, throw you back into that hermit mode of like, oh, I need to alchemize and feel all this. I need to understand what's happening here. And then you're going to come out of that hermit mode and share that again. I'm going to pull a few more cards for you all, but I want to pull one more clarifier here around this. Is there anything else you can share with me here, Spirit, around this, this like rapid growth cycle for Leos? Okay. Yeah, so we got emotional withdrawal and emotional loss. So yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like something, there's going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of that feeling, right? A lot of the like sense of going inward and like dealing with the stuff that's coming up, that's bubbling up. So you're going to need that emotional withdrawal. You're going to need that time alone, right? To cocoon and alchemize and distill what you need to out of there. But after that, what you're getting is triumph. You're like, this is the Chariot card. Like literally everything is going to move so quickly and you're going to move through this rapid succession of experiences, distilling the lesson and then alchemizing it to up level yourself, that you are literally going to be almost standing on the world at the end of this. Like, I really feel like you guys, you Leos, are going to feel like you're on top of the world after this month is done. I'm gonna pull an animal spirit for you all now. But what I want to say to this around the rapid succession that you are going through, if for whatever reason you feel like you need support in this rapid succession of growth, I do have a mastermind that I am enrolling for right now, and the enrollment closes on the 15th and we'll begin on the 18th. But with this soul aligned mastermind, we are going to be doing energy clearings every month. We're going to be masterminding around the growth that we're having and the things that we're releasing and the things that we're stepping into. And this is you're going to have continued support for a whole year. Literally, we start May 18th and we'll go for a 12-month cycle, and I'll hold this container for 12 months. So you get that support for a whole year in your own up leveling. So if this is something that feels resonant for you, please click, there's a link below that you can read all the information on that. But let's keep going in your reading. So what animal spirit card would best suit my Leos this month? So we have the fox here. Yeah, fox energy. You know, there's like, foxes are cunning, they understand, they know how to hunt. And my cute blue healer dog, like when we go into the forest to go hiking, when he sees a squirrel, he starts to like hop through the forest, you know, to go after the squirrels. And it's very reminiscent of the way a fox moves, right? So it's almost as if like you're moving at this like stealth speed, almost in silence. And I feel like foxes really aren't like a huge pack animal. I think they do have a pack, but what I'm getting, Leo, is you're probably going to be spending a lot of time alone this month, a lot of time dealing and focusing on what you're going through, and then like going out and then coming back and going out and coming back. And it's just going to be this like very quick cycle, but there's going to be a lot of alone time I'm getting, and you are literally becoming so masterful. Like, this is the only word that I can really use to describe it, is masterful. This month is going to be a huge up leveling for all of you Leos, whether you're this is your sun sign, or rising sign, or moon sign. You're going to have rapid succession throughout if you're a Leo in any of those three, you're going to have rapid succession in your life. Okay, I'm going to pull a oracle message card now for you Leos. Let's see what else. So you can take that fox energy as like fox medicine and utilize it, or you can also, there's this need with foxes too to just be more playful. Like, all this stuff that's happening, allow yourself to like play with it and be playful with the energy here. It doesn't have to be super, super serious. Okay, and then ultimately the oracle message that we got here was the lost domain and shameless. So here's that split, right? That the two mirror versions of who you were and who you're stepping into being. You're literally blossoming into this new version of yourself, and there is no shame in any of this. If you're not resonating with somebody anymore and you need to walk away, there's no shame in that. If you are going through a major transformation and you just need time to yourself, there is no shame in that. You need to ask for what you need. You need to speak your piece. You need to say and honor your truth, whatever that may be, through all of this rapid succession. And just know there's no shame in any of it. We're all allowed to transform and to become a different version of ourselves. We are literally, the only thing that's constant in this universe, in this world, is change. And so we are literally, on a cellular level, we're always changing every day. Like, our skin is a completely new set of skin every 7 years. Like, we're constantly regenerating. So you get to do this. You know, we're going into Mercury retrograde too, and I don't know what planet this is here, but it's a blue planet, and I feel like Mercury is blue, if I'm not mistaken. So as we come into Mercury retrograde, just understand that there's no shame in you speaking your truth and sharing your truth, okay? And then this lost domain, it may feel like you are moving through a desert because you're going to be going through this rapid succession somewhat alone. And as you do this, just know that whatever's lost is going to be found within you. Whatever is lost in the sense, if you're feeling detached, you need to find that connection within. You need to find that connection in nature, not to anything outside of yourself, right? Not to people and things and places, in the sense of like, you know, places that you would patron, but like tuning back into nature, getting back into sync with the natural rhythms, the natural cycles of the world, getting back into sync of your natural rhythms of your body, really drinking more water, getting more sleep, waking up with the sun, eating whole foods, and going, maybe shifting even into like eating out less and eating more intuitively of whole foods, fixing your own food for the month, like really regenerating and opening and amplifying yourself, because this lost domain, anything that's been hidden, is going to be seen. It's all coming to the surface. You're going to get everything you need this month, Leo, and I'm feeling it so like rapid fire. It's all going to happen really rapid fire, and you may feel a little lost in that because everything's going to be changing so fast, but just know that you're going to come out on top, and it's and that you're not alone. You just may feel a little cut off from your spiritual guidance right now due to the eclipse season. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Leos. This is going to be a moon card of what energy you need to be carrying this month to really get the most out of all of these lessons that are coming. Let's see, Spirit, what do my Leos need to know? What type of energy do they need to be in? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we got boundaries, yep, darkness, and pleasure. Okay, so here's another eclipse right there. That's that lunar eclipse, that full lunar eclipse. This lunar eclipse is happening on the 15th, but this is darkness, right? This says long night moon. And with this darkness, almost like a new moon, even though we're having a full lunar eclipse on the full moon, but this feels more, you have a rabbit here, right? Like, and there's always a rabbit in the moon, and a singular tree. But in the darkness, when you go inward, just know that you're not cut off from spirit and source. You're not cut off from your guides and angels, but you're needing that time inwardly. You're needing that time deep in your emotions to feel, to reintegrate back into the fertileness of the ground, the fertileness in your body, that pleasure that is being embodied. When we're fully embodied, we can feel pleasure through every cell of our body, right? And this goes beyond sex, but when we think about sex, like if you were having an orgasm, right? When you peak in your orgasm, you have this full body high, and all of your cells and nerve endings come online, and you're feeling this all over your body. And it can go in waves if you're having a full body orgasm, or it can be really heady, but that's pleasure, right? It's really literally tapping into the frequency of all that is and allowing it to move through your body. And I just wrote a post on this on my Instagram. We have to be fully embodied right now, and the more that we're fully embodied, that's where this Empress card comes in, right? Like the more that we're fully embodied and really in tune with the natural world and our natural frequencies and our natural cycles, and we stop dissociating due to any sort of like trauma or you know, kind of a coping mechanism. When we get stressed, sometimes we dissociate from our body and leave our body, and our soul is just like up here. But the more that we become embodied, we become more grounded in who we are, and we can feel sensory, we can feel pleasure. So follow the pleasure, follow the things that light you up, follow the things that make all your cells light up, all your body light up, and want to say fuck yes and want to jump forward into it. Follow those things. Even if you don't know where you're going, if you're feeling that, say yes to it, follow it. And then set those healthy boundaries with anything and anyone that doesn't feel supportive, or that doesn't feel like it is going to help you get to that next level, or to that you know, heightened level of where you're going towards the end of the month. Set those healthy boundaries, and just know, like, there is no shame in keeping your peace and allowing yourself that spaciousness this month. Okay, Leos, I hope this was super helpful. If it was, please share this with another Leo. Give me a like or a comment if there was something that really resonated with you. If you would like to get more information on my mastermind, you can do that below. And make sure to watch your rising and moon sign as well to get the fullness out of what this month has in store for you. Love you guys. Peace.